Well, it's that time again. Outer Points Productions is about to go live with another Knockout Challenge match. Join me, Little Cheddar, and my guest live at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, as we will be delivering some of the best mediocre commentary in the business. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the match, and don't forget to jump in the chat and say hello. Please take the time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that like button, and share it with all your friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you right after this word from our fabulous sponsors.
Tour.com.
All right, that did not work out as planned at all. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Dale Little Cheddar Lorenz. I'm live at Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and we're in the middle of round one. Actually, round one is just about coming to its completion out of 32 matches. The guys that are in it, and gals, there were two, Vanessa Hood and Sean Gretzinger, but they did an amazing job at scheduling all these matches. So we're going to be wrapping it up this weekend. So with that being said, we are dual streaming tonight. And of course, as soon as I got here, an hour and a half ago, my previous virtual set was gone. So had to create one in a Flash, which, I mean, we're there, but you're going to have to deal with a little bit smaller screen. So with that being said, thanks very much for tuning in, everybody. This is what it's going to look like for the rest of the night, because we do have two tables running at the same time. On the main table, we've got Steve Lang and Dustin Lose. And on table 19, which you don't know, that's a couple tables away, Stephen Kilberg and John Polenica. So I am going to get the players to lag, and I'll be back in the booth in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. All right. Back in the booth. So we've got Steve Lang and Dustin Lose. Actually, we don't even have to change it. They're playing 8-ball, so that is a race to 10. Stephen Kilberg and John Polenick, on the other hand, are playing 9-ball. So that is going to be a race to 12. All right. Again, I do apologize for the smaller screens. The fun of being a live streamer, when you think you got more than enough time to show up for your job, and one of your inputs is gone. So, oops. And that already messed that one up. There we go. Thank everybody for tuning in. Trevor Simpson, of course, was first. Atta boy. I'm assuming he's probably going to be first here on Saturday as well. That'd be my guess. Michael Parker coming in a very close second. What's going on, my friend? Justin Ellingson, good evening as well. Joe Sullivan cheering on Dustin Lose. Mr. Tennessee, I like that name. Let's go, Big John. I think Dustin is going to have to play this 10 and might have to run into the 3-ball and give it a little kick out of there. Oop. Well, he ran into it. Unfortunately, does not have much of a shot on the 8-ball anymore. Needed to hit that 3 full. The great Khabib. Dustin's going to clean house. He came for the cheese. I like it. Ooh, good attempt. Good attempt at kicking the 8-ball in. Good evening, Kaya Vertel. Played the very first match on the stream last week. Very first match of 1.3. His debut on the stream did not go as he had hoped, but it usually doesn't for first-timers. What's going on, Hitman Holden? Al Holden tuning in from Waupun, Wisconsin. Blake also cheering on Big John. Jeff Burge, I love American Steel. Not sure what that means, but cool. John Jacob says, "Let's go, Dustin Lose." Yeah, I like what you're thinking. Hit that like and share button, everybody, if you don't mind. That'd be awesome. What's going on, Mark Bell? And without a doubt, I already blamed it on Chris Green, Trevor. Damn it, Chris. So Justin Ellingson already answered the question by John Jacob. This is at Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And normally this is not how this stream works, John. Normally we just have one. Ooh, that might have been very fortunate for Steve. It obviously is very fortunate it didn't scratch, but left Dustin with kind of a tester on this 8-ball. What's going on, Patrick Carlson? Andy Coons in the chat as usual, Wisconsin Pool Players Society. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Didn't want to do that. All right. Steve Lane goes up 1-0. JJ Mady saying, let's go, John. What's going on, JJ? Haven't heard from you in forever. What's going on, Mr. Mackey? I'm telling you, it's been a struggle this afternoon. Got here, like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I got here like an hour and a half ahead of time, which I normally do. You know, everything's already set up. And look in my virtual set, it is, with dual stream, is gone. And just didn't have time to put it all back together again. It's like Humpty Dumpty. Mr. Tennessee says American Steel here in Nashville. Watching live on the big screen. Awesome. What part of Nashville, Mr. Tennessee? I lived in Lenox Village for 8 years. Way on the south side. I'm sure you know where it is. All right, over on the other table, Big John has a shot at the 9-ball for his first win and takes it down. So that puts John up 1-0. And again, they are playing 9-ball over there. So that is a race to 12. It is winter break. Rack Your Own, they are using actually it's the 25-year anniversary of Derby City Classic that I got last year. I grabbed a handful of them. So they're using the Magic Rack, and these guys are playing 8-ball. Steve Lang and Dustin Lose. Race to 10, BCA rules, winter break. Yes. I love Hermitage. Actually, Mr. Tennessee, one of my favorite courses is the one with the sheep, is Hermitage Golf Course. Still have and still use, as a matter of fact, I have a head cover from one of my friends down in Nashville of a sheep for my driver. It's pretty cool. There are days when I really miss Nashville, and they're very few. I'm sure you can attest, Mr. Tennessee, Nashville is not what it used to be. A lot of big business there. With nothing wrong with that, but it used to be the old honky tonks and kind of a laid back. You could go to any little honky tonk and listen to some great music, and it's really changed a lot. All right, looks like John attempted a jump over there and proceeded to jump it right off the table. Patrick Holly says, great match, Big John. American Steel in Savannah, Georgia, representing. Okay. Somebody fill me in. I don't know if it must be me or my age or whatever, but what's with all the American Steel? Does John work for American Steel, or what's going on here? Yep, 100%, Mr. Tennessee. First time I moved to Nashville I've been there twice. Back in 91 was the first time. And you could still go down to Printer's Alley and listen to Tanya Tucker or Vince Gill or Garth Brooks. They'd be out at the local honky tonks, whatever. Printer's Alley was like the place to be as a musician. Anything on Music Row, but now it's just, yeah. You said it, Mr. Tennessee. I didn't. So, Mr. Tennessee, I've got a question for you, and I'm not trying to be morbid or anything. The other viewers don't take it that way. But do you remember back, this is 2018, on Memorial Day in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, a guy shot and killed his wife, her dad, and his wife. Do you remember that? And then shot himself in Murfreesboro. I'm going to wait for your answer before I tell you why I asked that question. All right, so you do remember that. So if you look it up, that was the Adair family, Kenny Adair and Shelley Adair. Shelley was my little sister. That was, it'll be 6 years ago. I think it's 6. Yeah, anyway, yeah, Shelley was my little sister. And it's one of the worst days of my entire life. Actually, one of the reasons that I really don't ever care to go back to Tennessee again. All right, Dustin Lowe's taking down rack number 2. That evens up the score over there. And looks like John Palenica takes the first 2 of the 9-ball match over there. Duncan Chicote. Cheering on Big John as well. Thank you, Mr. Tennessee. I appreciate that. You know, it's one of those things that you just never think is going to happen to your family. You know, it happens to everybody else but yours. And when you get that call, actually it was from my little brother, you never forget where you are and what happened. It's like it happened yesterday. What's going on, Kurt Canast? I didn't get a chance to thank you in person, but thank you for playing in 1.3. It looked like you had one hell of a match yesterday. Kurt played, I think, Ki Vang, if I remember correctly. Yep. Ki Vang and Kurt Canast played at Charlie's yesterday and that match was 10 ball, race to 11, and went hill. And Ki ended up. I'd be interested to hear how that last that last game went, Kurt. Thank you, John Wilquet. Much appreciated. Thanks for the hugs. I'll send them back to the rest of the family. A little bit of an overcut by Dustin. So if you're tuning into Outer Points Productions for the very first time, first and foremost, thank you for being here. If you get an opportunity, please hit the like and the share button and make sure you're already a subscriber. Let me give you a little bit of, if you don't know how this works or what tournament this is called the Knockout Challenge. Has been around roughly now for about 6 months. Maybe a little bit longer. But this particular field starts with, it's a 525 and under Fargo with no handicap whatsoever. There's no spotting games. First round is raced to 10, 11, or 12, depending on what you spin on the wheel. Starts out with a 64-player bracket. And we do a random draw in the very beginning. Then the players contact their opponent and schedule their own match. They have 2 weeks to schedule and play their match. All right? Once round one is complete, and again, this is single elimination. So it is one bullet and you're done. Well, unless you win, unless you have, a good bullet or you hit the mark. So then, instead of like a normal, I shouldn't call it normal, but your typical bracket, you have the ability to go to the website and look at the bracket and see who you play next. That is not the case in the KO Challenge. There is a redraw after every single round. So you mix it all up, and it starts all over again. So round two, everybody contacts them, schedules their match, plays it, so on and so forth. We get down to the final the final 16. Every single match is live streamed here at Varsity Club. These are these exception to the rule, the matches that are playing tonight. So once we get down to the final 8, they're in the money. It is guaranteed $575 for 5th through 8th. Basically, when we get down to the very end, I'll put it up there in just a second. Obviously, you can tell by the fact that it's 525 and under. It is an amateur tournament. So, let me get that score updated first for Dustin, up 2-1. This is what these guys are playing for tonight. Obviously, round 1, so they got a little ways to go. But you think about it. Single elimination, amateur tournament, with a 64-player bracket. They only have to win 7 rounds, 7 matches, to win $8,000. Not a bad payday for 7 matches. I think it's 7. 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2. Yep, 7. All right, looks like Steven Kilberg opened his account over on the other table, or the table on your right. So we should give him a point. That score is now 2-1. Actually, they're both 2-1. What's going on, Eric Korb? Joel Willman cheering on Steve. Wait a minute. Which Steve? Joel? Steven Kilberg or Steve Lane? Oh, Andy Coons. You just made my day. Just got another shipping notification from Onboard. I know what that means. Those are exciting notifications, too. That means within 3-4 days, you're going to be getting a package. Yeah, buddy. Jason Nunya. I like that last name there. Nunya Business. Nathan says, kicking ass, John. Oops, wait. Kicking, John. Mark Bell, you're just never going to let that go, are you? I'm not either, to be quite honest. That is one of Matt Strong's biggest faux pas, or best faux pas, on the stream. Does everybody know what's coming up this Saturday? By chance. I bet Trevor Simpson knows. All right, Steven Kilberg with a stop shot on the 7 ball and a little slow roller on the 9 to tie up that match over there. Down it goes, 2-2. Well, good to hear, JJ. Yeah, I didn't hear that either. So Kurt Knass said he had an opportunity to get out the last rack after Key missed, but had to shoot over a ball and missed badly. Then Key ran out the last few balls and won. Good back and forth match. Had a great time. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. And thanks for letting me know, Kurt, because that's the hard part about being a live streamer and you're in a different location. I'm looking at the scoreboard on Digital Pool, and it's 8-8, 9-9, 10-10. I'm like, oh my God, I wish I was there watching. So, thanks for playing in it. Yep, Justin Ellington got it correct. I'm going to change that score in just a moment. Well, we're tied up on both matches, right? 2-2 on both matches. Oh, this is easy. All right, we'll get back to the matches in just a second, but this Saturday, Saturday, 5 p.m., this is the finals of the previous Knockout Challenge to the one that you're currently watching. Charlie Wolf and Michael Amir are battling for $7,000. Loser is guaranteed, or non-winner, I should say, is guaranteed $3,500, half of first place. But I think I'm not sure. I'd have to look at see who they have or who has them in the player auction. But big money up for grabs. So tune in at 5 o'clock Saturday afternoon to see a good match. Well, I hope all you American Steel boys that are out there, first, again, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for jumping in the chat and saying hello. This is who I am. He's not here tonight. Some pool league or some crap like that. It's ridiculous. Can't believe it. Anywho, thanks for tuning in. If you're not already a subscriber, do me a favor and please do that. Yeah, boy. Yeah, we're going for a ride on that camera. My apologies, everybody. Let me get back over there. See what Mr. Kilberg is doing. Stop shot on the 7. Wolf forward on the 8. Oh, boy. The American Steel boys are not going to like this if Mr. Kilberg gets out again. All right, 3-2. Plenty of time for John. Okay, I gotta ask, and anybody else in the chat might be wondering the same thing, but Robbie Ray Eversmart, I have to know if that is your actual last name or just your screen name, because curious minds want to know. I guess Eversmart could be your actual given name. I mean, Smart is. I've heard that last name before, but seems a little fishy. Jason Nunya, I guarantee that is not. All right. Thanks for your honesty. Still funny. Well, anybody that's watched this stream before and has been in the chat, I'm very happy that Dr. Barry isn't here yet. Sure, he might. John Jacob Dinkelheimer Schmidt. Is that how that goes? Trevor, you'd know that. What's going on, Scott Kugel? What is happening in Eau Claire? Or are you in Eau Claire? Or are you back down in Richfield? Steve Lang falling prey to the Vincent Didio Memorial Pocket there. Yeah, I kind of figured Mr. Tennessee is fake as well. Your first name being Mr. would be interesting, I guess. I mean, if your parents were hippies and did a lot of drugs in the 60s, you never know. You know, it's funny because I was listening to. Has anybody else listened to Bob and Tom? The morning show. Absolutely love them. Even though it's some of it's repetitive, and so I just love listening to Bob and Tom. But on one of the. Oh, that helped out Dustin a little bit there by pocketing that 11. Maybe. But now, parents are, it's that, I don't know what generation it is, but now they're naming their kids dog names. Like Fido. Trying to think of some of the ones I heard today that just unbelievable. I suppose if you can call your dog Kevin or call your cat Dave or whatever, I guess you can call your kids a pet name. So, Mr. Tennessee, have you ever been to J.O.B. Billiards in Madison? Used to play there all the time. What's going on, Gary Tesh? Scott Kugel is, all right, hanging out in Richfield tonight. Well, thanks for tuning in, buddy. Yeah, right, Andy? Garfield. How'd you like to name your kid Garfield? Although, back in, I don't know, I guess late 1800s, early 1900s, Garfield was, I guess, was a cool name. If my parents had named me Garfield, I'd be pissed. Nice hit by Dustin. That's beautiful. Yep, I agree, Mr. Tennessee. I played in the Music City Open a couple of times. Actually lost to one of the matches that's still on YouTube. Oh, for God's sakes, I can't remember his name right now. One of the best bar pool table players on the planet. Jesse Bowman. Played Jesse Bowman and actually took him to the hill. It was loser break 9-ball. And I'll never forget for the rest of my life. I missed the 7-ball full table, about 6.5 feet. Almost straight on. I had to try and create an angle to get on the 8-ball, and I missed that. And that actually is the shot that I look back at the most. That probably cost me the match, and one safety. Andy, who in the hell would name their kid Odie? I love it for a little dog, but. All right, Dustin is about to take over the lead, 3-2. And for some of you first-time viewers, if you've never been on Outer Points Productions before, even though this is a pool stream, we very rarely talk about it. Well, Steven Kilberg and John Polenica are having. Should I just name him American Steel, John? I mean, I could just change his name right now. They've been working on that 8-ball for quite a while. Down it goes. Big John pocketing the 8 and has not left himself the easiest shot on the 9, but makeable. That 9-ball to tie it all up again at 3 apiece. It's a confidence builder if you can get it to fall. And it remains on the table. All right, just for all you guys out in the chat, this is for you. Watch the scoreboard. There you go. Russ Roundy. This started out with. Oh, let me update that score real quick first. This started out with 64 players. This is still round 1. And I believe we have. Let me take a look at Digital Pool here. After tonight, we've got 10 matches left in round 1. So that eliminates half the field. So JJ Mady, Polanica. All right, I was mispronouncing it too. Then I was saying Polanica. So John Jacob, if you were tuning in earlier, so the way this works is I do a live drawing at the very beginning for the 64 player bracket. Then the players contact each other. I don't set up the times. I don't set up the matches at all. That is strictly up to the players themselves. They can play at any venue that has a diamond table. No exceptions. Has to be played on a diamond table. They have 2 weeks to schedule and play their match. They can play on a Wednesday night. They could play on a Tuesday morning. It doesn't matter. This is not my full-time job, but it's getting very close to being that. And that's what I'm working for. So to answer your question, they can, whenever both players are available, they can schedule their match. Now, the first 2 rounds are played, like I said, anywhere. They can be played here at Varsity Club, but once we get down to the final 16 players, every single match is played on the stream, one at a time, all the way through to the finals. And to give you an idea, John, we had on Sunday, there were 11 matches being played at the same time, or throughout the day. Not here at all over the state of Wisconsin, and that's been kind of one of the staples and the fun of the KO Challenge. All right, American Steel with an opportunity to run out this rack, and really not much trouble over there. Let's roll forward for the 7 in the side. Stop shot. 8 to the 9 might be a little iffy, but shouldn't be. All right, good shot on the 6. I think just roll forward instead of, I don't know if he wants to get better shape on it and go all the way around, or no, that's a good shot. So he can either play a little bit of low right and spin up to the top side, or the right side of the 9 ball and play it in the lower pocket, or just straight across and play it all the way down on the short side. So Don Mackey asks what my max field is. This particular tournament, or I'm sorry, this bracket, the 525 and under, I tried filling a 128 player bracket. Got up to, I think we were at like 91 or 92. All right, American Steel takes it down over there. That's a good shot on the 9 ball. 4-3. So I've decided that I'm probably not going to attempt that again, just for the simple fact that filling what people don't realize, and I know I've talked about it before, but I make flyers for every single match. And yes, it's copy and paste, but all of my flyers are completely different for each round. So, you're getting the times together, so on and so forth. Doing 128, or I'm sorry, it would be 64 flyers just for the first round is honestly more than what I want to do. But I may attempt it again at some time. But right now, Don, I am cutting it off at 64. That was a really good shot by Steve Lang to get his 2-ball a little bit more clear and clear out that 8-ball. So if you've never been in the chat before and you don't recognize that name Don Mackey, that gentleman goes all the way back to the 80s, 90s, has been one of the biggest promoters of pool and started in Wisconsin. Pro Billiards Tour. Creator of the Pro Billiards Tour. So check that out. But there's a reason why he's in the chat, and I know. Because if you've never heard of Stroke Zone, you're going to. All right, Steve Lang ties it back up again, 3 apiece. So as a matter of fact, let me put this up there for everybody. This is what's taking place in a couple of weeks. Stroke Zone Challenge 1.0. You've got 16 players that are coming in from all over the state of Wisconsin to play in the first ever Stroke Zone Challenge. Sanctioned by Mr. Don Mackey and the Pro Billiards Tour. And like any other KO challenge, there's going to be a live drawing and 8 matches in round 1 that are every single match is going to be live streamed. Trust me, people, you are going to want to tune in for this. This is the start of something incredible that has already, in Wisconsin, going gangbusters. So we've got a lot of gentlemen that are, and one lady actually, that have purchased the Projection Pro billiard system and the Stroke Zone. So stay tuned for that. Live drawing is going to be actually probably within the next couple of days. Don Provolone. Gail Bierman saying good luck, Steve. Russ Roundy, will I be at Wispa Singles? I will be there for a couple of hours. I'm not playing in Wispa Singles, but I've got a couple of jerseys to deliver and talk with a couple of people. So I will be in and out. All right, jump shot for Steven Kilberg over there with a legal hit on the 5-ball. And leaving American Steel a little bit long. Cut. I think I would probably play safe on that, looking at it from here. Yeah. They kind of got away with it, though. Maybe. Didn't really line up the 5-6 combo, so... John Provolone, why the sad face? Or is that a wink? I can't tell what you're doing. Margaret Jenkins saying good luck, Steve. Steve Lang or Stephen Kilberg? All right, Stephen Kilberg with an opportunity to open up a 2-game spread yet again. Pocketing the 9 in the side and does so. All right, folks, I have got to exit the booth for just a moment. I shall return. Don't go anywhere. All right, what did I miss? Who fluked in what? First of all, you're welcome. Gail Bierman. Big Cheese, Mr. Don Provolone. The start date is going to be determined by the players themselves, actually. So, if you remember me saying that, do a live drawing, and then the players schedule their own match. So once I do the draw in a couple of days, they'll have their 2 weeks to schedule and play it. All right, so somebody fill me in. What happened with that match over there? Steve Kilberg got with a super lucky fluke on the 9. All right. So the Steve Kilberg score is then 6-3. Is that correct? I suppose I could just check on Digital Pool. This match is still 3-3. And yep, it is 6-3 over there. Which I actually have to change their race to 12. And looks like Steve Kilberg has an opportunity to take another one over there if he can pocket this 9 all the way down. And does so. 7-3. Ooh, Steve Lang missing the 8 ball. And that 1 ball is awful deep in that pocket. Good shot. 50-yard line on the 8 ball, though. All right. Dustin taking that one after the miss on the 8-ball by Steve. Long shot on the 1-ball for Steve Kilber. Ooh, nice. And unfortunately, I think he is tied up tight to that 3-ball. It doesn't look like Steve Kilberg can access this 5-ball. I think he can get a good hit on it, but I don't believe he can pocket it. Looking at it across the room from the booth here, it looks like that 8's in the way. So it might be opting for a safety. Yep. Not what Big John was hoping for there. Left Steven with thin-ish cut on the 5-ball, and it should be natural shape for the 6 as long as he doesn't overhit it. And that might end up leading to another loss. Ooh, this cue ball, if it ends up on the rim, that just made it a lot harder. That's a brutal leave. Wow. Hits it like a champion. 492 Fargo, my sore. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. And dumps the cue ball in the corner pocket off the 7. Well, that is exactly what American Steel was looking for. That is a bit of a kick in the shorts for Steven Kilberg, but guarantee it, John isn't too unhappy about it if he can pocket this 9 ball. Center pocket. That's huge. 7-4 instead of 8-3. Well, somebody has not been watching the stream, and learned enough about the Vincent Didio Memorial Pocket because it strikes again. You cannot hit him hard in that pocket. Well, some of you are going to be extremely happy, but I'm going to be tuning out for about 10 minutes so I can eat my varsity burger. 'Cause I am hungry. Ooh, we've got another miss on the money ball. Steven Kilberg missing the 9 ball, giving American Steel an opportunity to get one closer, and now we've got Steve Lang shooting it nice and soft in the Vincent Didio Memorial Pocket, tying it up at 4 apiece. Good stuff going on at Varsity Club. I don't think American Steel planned on the 2-railer. Well, that evens it up for flukes, right? One for Steven and one for John. 2-rail on the 9 ball. Why wouldn't you play it that way? All right, I'll be back. Looks like a lot of you in the chat are getting your wish over there. American Steel is making a comeback. Now 7-6 after being down 7-3. Huge. In the midst of trying to eat my cheeseburger, I can't believe what's happening over there between Stephen Kilberg and American Steel. It's wild. Ugh. Had a chance to tie it up there. It's been a weird couple of games. All right. I hope everybody enjoyed the halftime show. Let's get back to the second half, shall we? Well, I hope you enjoyed the 15 minutes of silence because it's over. Cheeseburger is gone. It's like I told everybody sitting outside the booth here. Everything's better with cheddar. And man, that burger was freaking phenomenal. Mrs. Cheddar's going to hate me when I get home because it had a pile of raw onions like you've never seen before. Uh-oh. Steve's got the 15 in the side, so he's all right. All right, so after that miss by John Palenica, I think I got it, JJ. Steven Kilberg takes another game, making it 8-6 in that race to 12. Steve laying up one game here. Hit that one a little thick. Quite the seesaw battle on the left-hand table as you look at it. Wow. Nice attempt at a combo, but unfortunately that 15, or I'm sorry, the 7 stays in the light. What's going on, Frank W? Jim, I hope you enjoyed the halftime entertainment. We had dancing girls and everything here at the Varsity Club, but my cameras were inconspicuously hidden. And some of the things that I was watching is not allowed on the YouTube channel. All right, second attempt at that combo. This time it goes down along with the other ball, leaving Dustin Los pretty much dead straight in on this 5 ball. It's not easy getting on this, too. Ugh. What the hell was I talking about? I am not going to say that, Trevor. All right. Dustin with this 8 ball. And again, it's the Vincent Didio Memorial pocket. And he's missed one in this pocket already. So hit it smooth. That's perfect. Never mind. 5-5. Easy game. All right. We're halfway there. John Palanica. Did I get that right, JJ? Scratching on the 4 ball. Hey, Trevor, what I would do is if you want to, when you get here Saturday for your match, bring that up to Chris and see if you. That might be a way to get in his head. Take him right out of his game. Not that you do that on purpose, but. All right, John with an opportunity down there to. Well done. Little bit of a blind shot on the 7. Yeah, that was a tough one. Little off angle. Joy to the world. Roger Pregler's in the chat. And let the it gives me diarrhea. And sometimes gonorrhea. I'm sorry for singing this song. Hi, Roger. All right, Stephen Kilberg taking down another game, getting to 9-6. Breaking in rack number 16. Jackie, okay, is that Jack Greg or Jackie Greg? Or Greg Jackie? Or Greg Jack? What is it? Saying let's go Dustin. All right, winning that one. Now up 6-5. Good run. Maverick Williquette saying take it home, Big John. All right. Solid down in the break. Couple of trouble spots. 3, 7, 15 are kind of ugly. And the 1 and 12 are in a bad spot for either player. Over on the other table, I believe John has a shot. I think that one goes past the 5. Down in the corner, so you can pocket it. Yep. He's got a thin cut on the 2 on the side. That's a nasty shot. All right. So, and I apologize, Trevor. I was going to contact you today, as a matter of fact, but on the phone and making scoreboards and all kinds of stuff today, but no excuse. So the match finished last night in 3 hours and 19 minutes. And your guess, although you were correct on the score, Your guess was 3 hours and 35 minutes, I think, or it was something like that. You know what? I'll be able to tell you right now because it's the only screenshot that I saved because all the other guesses were wrong. So yours was 10-8 Chris, which was correct, in 3 hours and 38 minutes. So within that 15-minute gap, you missed it by, somebody do the math for me. Take away 15. 4 minutes. Within 4 freaking minutes, Trevor. Normally, I'm a very lenient, giving. Yeah, I'll let it slide, but you know what? If if I let it slide for one, then somebody's gonna be, oh yeah, see what Little Cheddar did for so and so. He didn't really win, but he gave him a jersey anyway. Yeah. I'll buy you a Diet Mountain Dew on Saturday. Oh, actually, no. I'll buy you a Diet Mountain Dew on Sunday. Yeah, nice guy that. And you wonder why I was singing that song. Well, Mr. Kilberg with another 9-ball down, getting that score to 10-6. So that big lead that John overcame, well, got within one, has now diminished again. Which puts Mr. Kilberg 2 away from knocking out John Palanica. Whatever, GJ. So close, Trevor. That's actually the closest anybody has ever come without winning. I mean, not to rub it in or anything, but that that sucks. Look at it this way, Trevor. If it would have been Roger, even if he won, I still wouldn't have gotten him a shirt. So, yet another reason, one of many, to be thankful that you're not Roger Pregler. All right, thin cut on the one for Dustin Los. And to get to at 11 just took all the momentum off the cue ball. And no shot at that 3. I tell you what, even though you could probably get a hit with a kick, I would actually, may as well try for a safe. Almost cut it in. That was sick. Hell of an effort. Wow. What a fabulous freaking jump shot by John over there. That's fantastic. All right. John, I think this is getting to be a must-have. You cannot let Steven get on the hill. 6, 7, 8, 9 to get one closer. That'll work. All right, Steve Lang here on the left-hand table with ball in hand. Taking the difficult ball, which I would have done as well. My instant replay doesn't work. Not 100% on that because I haven't tried it, but I'm just assuming it doesn't because I'm dual streaming. I wouldn't know which one to press. All right, that is a game winner for John, making it 10-7 over there. Inching ever closer again. And if you're brand new to watching the KO Challenge, the two most difficult games to win are the first one and the last one. So I'm sure Mr. Kilberg may have that in mind. No, Steve Lang didn't leave himself the easiest on this 8-ball. Well, that almost found darkness. 6-6. So this is now a race to 4. Uh-oh. Looks like Mr. Kilberg just hooked himself on the 5 ball. He's got a kick at it, which I'm assuming is exactly what John was hoping for. Good hit, but has left John with a shot, but he is jacked up over the 6 ball, from what I can tell. That might be make it a lot more challenging to get back down to the 6. Well, didn't leave Steven with the easiest shot. I mean, there was a potential 6-7 combo, or played all the way down. I don't think either one of them are the easiest. Hit it really good, but left himself even harder shot on the 7. Watch the cue ball. Remember if I say remember what I'm saying. There is a good chance that Steven might fluke in the 9 here. Either straight in or off the rail. Off the 7, off the rail. That 9 could go. Oop, hit it way thin. Ooh. Oh, boy. That little ricochet off the outer points did not help Mr. Kilberg. It's a good shot. Smart shot. So this is one of the biggest mistakes in amateur pool when it comes to 8 ball. You've got a problem ball, and so I'm referring to Dustin. There were, from my estimation, there were 2 opportunities for him to get that 9 ball out of there, 2 different angles, and chose not to or didn't see it, however you want to look at it, and has now left it for the last ball. 9 times out of 10, that is going to cost you the game, unless your opponent obviously makes the mistake along the way. But all right, Steven Kilberg over there with that 9 ball to get on the hill in that race to 12. All right, Steven Kilberg needs one of them out of the next 6 games, potentially. Actually, 5 games. John needs all of them. And that's what John needed. Ooh, there's All right, here you go. You got ball in hand. You're down by 4. Your opponent's on the hill. And you got an opportunity on a 1-9 combo in the side. Do you take it? I don't think he even sees it. Or he may see it, but he's not going to take it. Great shot on the 1 to get to the 2. All right, now the biggest thing is avoiding. It's hard to tell from here. Oh, okay, so it's 2 and 4. 3 is gone, so 4 to the 5. Yep, John's going to have to find his way out of this rack, obviously. Or he's going home. I think I would have actually ride the 9 there. You know, just for, because it was almost a two-way shot. If you play it with the right speed, you could play safe. You could ride the 9 and play safe at the same time. But it's all about comfort. Justin Ellingson says the same thing. Uh-oh. Miss on that combo, but pockets the 8. Gotta love 9 ball. All right, Steve Lang with pocketing the 6 there. Leaves himself good position on the 8 to regain the lead again. Nicely done. Pocketing the 5 in the side. That was not an easy shot. Here's the hardest one, is getting from the 6 to the 7 now. It's a big game for John. Oh, boy. There's the commentator's curse. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not looking good for Big John right now. Oh, my goodness. He just miscued. Wow. Steven Kilberg just miscued with 3 balls to win the match and send Big John home. I'm not a huge fan of this shape. I think I would have, I would have gone forward instead of drawing out of that. But if you make them both, then it doesn't matter. Held it nicely for the 9. All right, they're going to play another game over there. It is nerves. No doubt about it. So if you look in the chat, so K6. So earlier when I went up to order a cheeseburger and my son dropped, Tristan and his dad were standing at the bar, turning their balls in, and Tristan just got a brand new cue from his dad. I forgot how old Tristan is. He's probably 11 or 12, just guessing. We're about the same height. Just a good family dynamic, and got to chat with Tristan for a little while. He's pretty happy about his new cue. Made some pretty spectacular shots. Russ Roundy. What the? What the? Steve, come on, you son of a. All right, this game of 8-ball is going to take a while. All right, radio silence for about 5 minutes, folks. All right, folks, that is a wrap for the Stephen Kilberg, John Palenica match. Congratulations to Mr. Kilberg, moving on to round 2. So, this one being tied up at, well, they haven't updated their score in the scoreboard here. That's all right. All right. Get that out of the way. And then you're going to shut that down real quick. You're welcome, Mr. Tennessee. Thanks for tuning in, man. All the best down there in Nashville, or I should say Hermitage. Come back and see us. All right, I think we're back in action. Down to our normal 4 cameras. Uh-oh. Going on a ride again. There we go. We're back. So if you look at the blue ticker, never mind. It's not reading what it's supposed to. Uh-oh. That is untimely miss for Mr. Lang. And I think Dustin can see enough of this 5 to pocket it. Ooh, that's really close. All right, try that again. I'll tell you what, if that was intentional, that was one heck of a great shot by Steve Lang. That is not a big window to get into. A little bit right in the middle here for Steve. And play at the right speed, though, with a little bit of draw. Kind of a two-way shot. If he misses it, he'll leave Dustin pretty... never mind. Center pocket. 8-6. All right, players have decided to take a short little break. So, with that being said, we're going to put up this is what's coming, and it will be coming your way at some point.
Pro Billiards Tour.
Check it out.
We at the Pro Billiards Tour has been developing a game, and it is almost done. And guess what? It is going to be fun and exciting, and I can't wait, and it is called Stroke Zone. It is a game in a tournament format. Enter the zone, the Stroke Zone.
Coming soon to pool players, professionals, and lovers of all things billiards is Stroke Zone, a new billiards game format for players of all skill ranges. A revolution in billiards training and gaming designed to give players at all skill levels an exciting challenge with every shot and guaranteed game improvement. The zone allows players to connect and compete in pool rooms, sports bars, community clubs, and home game rooms around the clock.
Let me tell you a little bit about Stroke Zone. There's no break, there's no jump cue, and there's no safeties. It's called pin point position, and I'll tell you what, everybody has an equal opportunity to shoot the same shot. So If you play 9-ball, you break the balls, make 2, and you get hooked. Your opponent breaks, makes 2, and he's straight in. Hey, it's not going to happen playing stroke zone. You're going to get your shot no matter what.
The object of Stroke Zone is simple. Score points by pocketing a ball and then positioning the cue ball in the zone. Sound easy? Think again. Stroke Zone is comprised of 180 designated layouts by Hall of Fame champion Kim Davenport, with 120 amateur layouts, as well as 60 pro layouts that will test the cue ball control of the best professionals. A fun, exciting, and action-packed gaming experience that teaches and improves your stroke and touch, the hallmark of the greatest pros. Stroke Zone is the newest way to play pool.
We know tournaments, and it's time for something new. Stroke Zone.
To learn more and to become a member, visit ProBilliardsTour.com.
I'm Kim Davenport of the Pro Billiards Tour. We at the Pro Billiards Tour has been developed.
All right, we are back in action. Steve Lang is 2 games away from booking his seat in round 2. Double that for Dustin. Both have left a couple of games out on the table. Roger, both matches started at 6 o'clock. Yeah, that is not going to go in that pocket at that speed. All right, looks like Dustin called the 5 past the 3. Good shot. Probably going to play all 3 of these balls in the same pocket and then have to find a way to get over to the side pocket for that 8 ball. And this is pretty much a must-have. I think I would actually go rail first on this. Not a ball you want to rattle, obviously. Well, you don't want to do that with any ball, but... Holy smokes. He got all of that one. Yeesh. Left himself. Not a simple one. Oh, boy. Ouch. Well, it all depends on where that 11 ends up. Good shot. Didn't leave himself with an easy shot on the 12, but should be okay. All right, this 8 ball to go on the hill. Oh, boy, I spoke too soon. And left Dustin with a shot on the 1. Oh, boy. Yikes. All right. That is 1 step closer for Dustin Lose. 8-7. All right, it is now a race to 2, folks. Just like almost every other match in round number 2, or I'm sorry, round number 1, a lot of these have been going quite the distance. Probably the best break out of this match so far. And this is a pretty wide open table. There is nothing tied up. A really good opportunity for Dustin to get on the hill first. Well, kind of got away with one there. That could have turned out a little bit uglier. 4 all the way down. Well, the good thing for Steve is Dustin already pocketed 2 of his balls on the break, so he's only got 5 to shoot at. But doesn't have the easiest starting shot, either a super thin cut on the 9 or not too bad of a shot on the 14. As long as he doesn't get hooked behind the 6 or the 4 over there by the side pocket, he should be okay. And I think he just got hooked by both of them for both balls. Yep, commentator's curse. Works every time. I mean, happens every time. It's not intentional. Oh, boy. All right. Dustin with the 2 and the 10 to get himself on the hill. And drills it center pocket. So Dustin taking down the last 3 games to overtake that 2-game deficit and get himself on the hill first. Huge. Hey, a miss by Steve again. Kind of a sticky rack, though. All right, Dustin with an opportunity to end this match. Oh, and that one hangs in the jaws. Goes for the combo. Unsuccessfully. So now Dustin has to figure out a pocket for that 7 ball and the 8, actually. Other than that, the rest is... I think I'd shoot this 3 right now and kind of give the 8 a little bit of a nudge. All right, he's got a pocket for the 7 now. Now he's got to find something for the 8 ball. All right. Sorry about the lack of commentary. Ordering some things off Amazon for the booth and some of the stuff that's coming up. Good stuff. This is really difficult shape for Dustin. There is so much traffic down. That area is just abundantly full of stripes. So not only is the cut in the side difficult, he's got to get a little lucky. He's got a shot. He's got a shot for the match, for the win in the lower right-hand side. Or lower right-hand corner. Sorry. And that is the winning knockout shot for Mr. Dustin Lose, taking out Steve Lang in this round number 1 match of KO 1.3. All right, thank you everybody for tuning in. And again, we've got a couple of matches in between, but this is what's coming up on Saturday afternoon at 5 o'clock. Do not want to miss this. Charlie Wolf, Mike Lemire playing for $7,000 in the 1.2 finals. So come check it out. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. I apologize we didn't get into any of the sponsor spotlights or anything tonight. Hard to do when you're in the booth by yourself and dual streaming. So thanks to everybody, and have a pleasant rest of your evening. Good night.